Hello again, everyone, and welcome into Sideline Stories. I'm Ryan Wooley, and today we have a very special guest joining us. It is the head coach of the girls field hockey team at West Bloomfield High School. It is Zahid Marwat. Zahid, welcome.
Thank you.
I appreciate you taking the time to join us, and I'm more excited about this because of what you kind of see on the table right here. Talking about girls field hockey, it's something that maybe not a lot of people know about. We're going to kind of get into the game, how it's changed now with the MHSA making it a sanctioned sport. But before we get into that, I kind of want to talk about your backstory and how long have you been around field hockey?
Well, I've been playing field hockey since I was really young. I would say when I was 6 or 5 years old. So I would say since I'm playing since 1990.
Okay.
And the first game I ever played for school was back in 1996. So this is where I started playing field hockey regularly.
Now, how were you introduced to it at such a young age?
So where I grew up, it was like a neighborhood, and we got 3 fields. One was for soccer, one was for field hockey, and one was for volleyball. And most of the international athletes grew up there. So they had a community, sports-based community. And I lived right around 5 minutes away from the field, so there was nothing else to do. So we were on the field all day long. The only time we would leave the fields when the seniors would come in, hey, go home now. So yeah.
Now, you said, was it volleyball? Is that what you
Volleyball too.
Yeah.
Soccer, volleyball, and field hockey. So these 3 sports, I had a hands on them.
Okay. And then when you started to fall in love with it, or at least do it as much as you did, I mean, how long did you do it before you had a chance to become a coach? Was it something you continued all through like your high school years?
So I was playing sports on regular basis, every day without any breaks. That was our lifestyle, to be honest. And when I graduated from high school, I got admission through field hockey. I got scholarship.
Okay.
So this is when everything switched. I was a good athlete at the club level, but never figured that I'm going to go and play professionally. So I got scholarship in college, and the same year I got selected in pro team. This is where everything started. So
okay, so let's take a step back then. So where did you grow up?
Pakistan.
Pakistan, okay. And then where did you go to college?
Pakistan.
Okay. And then so you mentioned club team, and that's very important that we differentiate that because field hockey's been a club team, at least here in Michigan, up until this year, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But now you got a scholarship. Was it a full ride scholarship? Like, how did that
Yes,
work?
everything was paid off with back home there. And the difference between Pakistan and here in the United States, over there is sports is more of a neighborhood culture. Like especially field hockey, it was a neighborhood thing. It was never glamorous, like, hey, on television here and there, but it was a part of community, and everybody played field hockey. And when I got admission in college, and my coach asked me, hey, why don't you try out for a pro team? You are fit and everything. And I just tried. I never played neither sport, but I got selected in pro team. I don't know how that happened, but...
So how long did you play pro?
8 years,
8
from year 2001 till 2009.
Was it the Pakistani team or?
Yes.
Okay.
So in between, I played for Pakistan national team too back in 2013. That was only my one tour, and before that, I was in the pro leagues.
Now, field hockey was an Olympic sport, girls field hockey. It was introduced, I think, back in 1980 at the Russian Games. So did you have a chance to play at the Olympic level? Did you try to those aspirations?
No. When I was playing, I had big names with me, like Zahid Marwat. He's a record holder, the fastest ever goal scorer ever, and he scored more than 350. I must be wrong, but it's 350 goals. No one ever beated him. Back then, there was a name called Shehbaz Seniors, known as Flying Horse.
Okay.
So we were there at the top level, but never get opportunity to play for the team because you cannot replace them.
Right, excellent. Right, I mean, talent is talent, and
Yes.
you're trying to aspire to that level. So you finish at the pro level. You're over in Pakistan.
Yes.
So what brought you over to the United States?
And so back in 2009, this is when I started club hockey for other countries too, like playing leagues in Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Thailand. I started from Asian countries.
Wow.
From there, I moved to Middle East, Dubai, Oman, and I had only played league in Britain. That's it. So I was just traveling from 2009 till 2019, before COVID.
Okay.
So I was just traveling within those countries,
Well,
non-stop.
And then so COVID hit and traveling obviously
Yes,
was
but
kibosh.
I was married to Albanian, and she was American.
Okay.
So COVID happened, and first we decided to live in Dubai, but then we moved to here.
And then now you're at West Bloomfield. You're the head coach.
Yes, I moved to US back in 2001. Sorry, I should
Okay.
have mentioned that before. I moved to US back in 2001,
And then when did you take over the head coaching duties at West Bloomfield?
2022.
2022. And you've been there ever since. You've been there now.
That's
3
my
years.
third year with them.
Okay. I mean that's an amazing. I mean to have your level of expertise where you've been all around the world really.
Yes.
I mean they're
Like,
lucky.
if I put into hours how many hours I have put in field hockey, I don't know if anybody can match me. To be honest, like I can bet on it too.
Well, I will tell you, I have looked at his Instagram, I've looked at your TikTok, and I've seen some of the videos you've posted. Just what you've put on there is special to see. Go ahead and if you want to plug your social, what is the social they could find you at?
I think it goes with Coach Z. On TikTok, it goes with Coach Z at Hockey Guru.
Yes.
And on Instagram, it goes with Coach Z .fieldhockey, FH. So
Okay. No, I mean, like I said, I've seen some of the videos you posted. It's very impressive what you've done, and like I said, they're lucky to have you over there at West Bloomfield. So let's focus on what you're doing now with the girls field hockey team, because you mentioned you've been there 3 years. Do you work in the school at all? Are you around the school, or are you just the head coach?
no, I'm just the head coach there.
Okay.
I work for a bank, at a local bank, during the daytime. That's my day job, and field hockey is my passion. So I love to finish everything and go to the field.
Well, we mentioned it was a club sport, right? And that's why I said kind of keep that in mind. Club sport here in Michigan, field hockey. Not every school actually has had a girls field hockey team. But now, this year, starting here in 2025, the MHSAA has come out and said girls field hockey is now a sanctioned sport. You can actually have a postseason tournament. There's going to be a champion that's actually going to be crowned. So what led to the push by the MHSAA to really get a girls field hockey as an organized sport in Michigan?
Field hockey in general is a healthy sport. Like if you ask me why somebody would add field hockey to any league or should be sanctioned, it's a healthy sport and it's well-known sports throughout the globe. Like if you see, it's number 3 number of athletes they have.
Okay.
On top is soccer. Number 2 is cricket. Well, because of India,
Right.
it's 1.4 billion anyway. So they mark plus Pakistan too. They are 250 million there. So, and on number 3 is field hockey. Yet again, people say, where is field hockey? But field hockey is played again. It's culturally embedded, like it's involved within the communities. So you won't see it on the TV or on the news channel a lot, but people know where it's played and how to play it, when to play it, and it's fun too.
Zahid Marwat joining us here on Sideline Stories, the head coach at West Bloomfield High School's girls field hockey team. And that's why I wanted to have you here on the show, because this is something that, again, a lot of people don't really know about field hockey. They don't know the specifics about it. They don't know the equipment, how the game is run. And again, going from a club sport to an organized sport, the MHSAA making it an organized sport this year along with boys volleyball. So what kind of issues did you have with it being just a club sport that maybe you're not going to have with it being an organized sport through the Michigan High School Athletic Association?
Number 1 would be finances, like parents have to pay to be part of the team, and the schools have to pay the coaches and everything, officials for everything. So it was kind of a burden on the parents too, plus kids. And now it has changed. Before I was struggling to even have 10 athletes on day 1. So I would skip 2 or 3 preseason games.
Wow.
It would take me around 3 weeks to get at least 13 or 14 girls.
Okay.
And I would play without a goalie. I would ask somebody, hey, you want to be goalie today? It was fun though. First year, it was rough. Second year, it was manageable. This year is really good since MHSA decided to give field hockey a chance. That's a good news.
And what were your feelings when you heard that? I mean, I'm someone that's been around the game, grew up loving the game, played professionally for the game. I mean, what did it mean to you to see it come so far? You said 96, so I mean, now here we are in 2025, to see now it really advance almost 30 years, and great, now almost every high school will have it moving forward, providing that they can have a
No,
team
I was
field.
surprised that it took them that long. But yeah, I was happy. I was cheering, and I thought that now it will give me an opportunity to grow the game. I'm in a position that I can play myself.
Right.
So whenever I coach, I play with my girls. They
Okay.
don't like it. They didn't like it in the first year. They didn't like it in the second year. This year, they love it whenever I play with them because they now understand that why I play with them. Field hockey is dynamic sports. It's not like you whistle something, okay, go from point A to point B. You need to show them how it's done. It requires your body, it requires every muscle to be moved. And you stretch a lot, you bend, you go down, you go really low, and you have to get it back. And then you have to be constantly looking around where your athletes, your team members are, so you can pass. So those teams that used to give us mercy, 8-0, or just give us like 5-0, 6-0, they were having a hard time this year.
Because you were competing.
We were competing.
Right.
And I didn't give a lot of time to my athletes because I'm all alone whenever I coach. But that gave me an advantage being able to play with them. I'm at that age. So I can take advantage of that too for at least next 5-6 years. So the sports can actually grow. And it will develop a culture where my own seniors then will be coaching the juniors, the freshmen.
So are you hoping to have them actually come back and join your coaches? Like, how big is your coaching staff right now?
I'm just all alone.
Just you, okay.
Yeah, and I have a parent. He's a coach too.
Okay.
He helps me out.
Now, with it not being a sanctioned sport up until the 2025 season, which is happening right now, how was a champion determined before when they were club sports?
They have to, of course, they have to qualify for the actual season, for the playoffs. And if you qualify, you have to win, that's it.
Okay.
That's the only rule, you just win and you go forward.
But now, like I had seen the MHS FHL, so the Michigan High School Field Hockey League. So was that kind of the governing body up until this point where
Yes.
they would kind of, so did you have to have so many wins to get into that
Yes.
tournament? Okay, so like what was the win total? Was there a set one or is it based on points? Like
That was
see-
based on points.
Okay,
Like for example, those teams that they're at the low level, they have to qualify. So number of wins, how many number of wins you did, or how many goals you scored.
okay. And then I actually saw on the website, which I thought was kind of cool, they were streaming the championships of, it was D1 Pioneer and Celine, D2
Yes.
was Dexter and Chelsea last year.
Oh, those are the big teams,
Right.
and I'm looking forward to meet them soon.
All right.
Hopefully in next 3 years.
Well, hey, again, it's a growing sport, and you're going to have the opportunity to do it, which is amazing. And I
know.
want to circle back to something you said about your own team. So you said 10 girls up until this year. So, like, how many players are on your roster right now?
Right now, this year's changed. Now I got 19.
19. Okay, and then walk us
From day one,
from the first press. So
Yeah.
when did you guys start practice?
August 12th.
And the season technically runs from what, end of August until end of October?
End of October, yeah.
Okay, because like right now they're in regionals, and then the championship game is slated for the end of October.
Yes.
And that will be the first one through MHSAA. And of course, you guys are still live, which is awesome. And so you got 19 girls. So walk us through kind of how the rules look, understanding the game. So how many players can actually be on the field at one time?
11.
And then as far as time limit, everybody knows kind of standard American football. You know, of course, you have the 4 quarters, soccer, whatever. So walk us through some of the nuances of the game. So what is the time limit for a game, quarter-wise, all that stuff?
So you get 4 quarters, and each quarter is 15 minutes. And before, when I started playing, it was 35 minutes and 35 minutes, 2 halves.
2 halves, okay.
Oh boy, it was rough.
But that was even back when you were a kid?
No, when I was playing as pro.
Pro, okay.
Yeah, those rules changed, I think, in late 2000.
Okay.
That's when they started introducing like 4 quarters.
Now, and I've seen that actually in women's college basketball, where there was 2 halves for men's basketball, same with women's, and then they changed it to the quarter system. They did it because they felt it sped up the game, but I don't know that it really did, like after watching and broadcasting. So do you feel that's, I don't know, a good thing that they changed them from 2 halves to 4 quarters, or do you, not really?
Depends how you think. I missed 35 minutes. It was like competition, not just skill, but physical fitness too.
Okay.
Like, hey, who can run for 35 minutes non-stop?
Right.
So that's how we would determine who is good athlete.
Now, was it a constant running clock at 35 minutes, or did it stop if?
No, no.
Okay.
If somebody gets injured or somebody takes time out, ref needs to do something, that's when the whistle stops, time stops, otherwise no stopping.
No stopping.
It was non-stop. So I miss those days because we need to be physically like super aggressive and fit.
Right.
We would run marathons in order to be like we had that stamina and then lung capacity to just
Right.
compete until last minute.
So from a conditioning standpoint, even with your girls now, how do you condition them to be ready even for the 15-minute quarters? Is it
Right now, to be honest, I'm not conditioning them. It's a new sport. I want them to attach to the sports first. That's when I'm going to go aggressive.
All right, well, looking at the table here, you've brought some great stuff for us to take a look at. And again, if you've never played field hockey or seen some of this stuff, Coach C's going to kind of go over what we have here. So let's start with, the elephant in the room, of course, which is
The stick.
The stick. So walk us through, because this is not your traditional stick. This is not lacrosse. This is not a hockey stick. So kind of tell us a little bit about the stick itself.
So field hockey stick, simple, you can see, it's only made for one-handed. It's never going to be made for left-handed side. It's only right hand.
Right hand, okay.
And here, the only part the ball is allowed to be touched is this side. If I get the ball, I'm only allowed to touch it here. If the ball touches on the back, it's a free hit. You're not allowed.
Okay.
Always you need to connect it from the front. And then length. So I use 37 and a half. It's in inches.
Okay.
It starts from 36 and a half adults. You can go up to 38 and a half. But standard is 37 and a half across the board.
But now with you saying it only touch that one side, so it's a flat side. I don't know if the camera's picking it up or not, but you have a flat side of the stick, and then it's kind of raised on the other side.
Yes.
So what is the rationale behind that? So if you're a left-handed player and you have to adjust to the right-handed, that's quite the adjustment to
Yes.
really become ambidextrous, right? You have to find a way to shoot from right.
I am a lefty.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how hard was it to adjust to that?
Not that hard. The only hard part was to drive. That was the only hard part for me to learn. But it took some time. I was committed.
And you mentioned it's low to the ground, so
Yes.
so it's not like lacrosse where you're up and
No,
you're running
you have
around
to-
and you're
yes.
grabbing. Like you are literally hunched over.
Yes.
Think
And,
hockey on ice, but now you're on
Yes.
turf.
So in ice hockey, you can dribble on either side. On this, you have to rotate. Like I have to rotate and do dribble.
Wow. Okay. And then the ball itself, it's not as heavy as you would think from other balls that you've handled.
Yes.
But it's got indentations like a golf ball.
Yes.
And so, any rationale for that, or is that tell us a little bit about the ball?
So MHSA here at high school level, they use the ball, which we use it for indoors. They are like flat. They're not like golf ball. And the field hockey ball, they have to have those. We call them dimple.
Okay.
And so we can have some friction on it. So whenever we drag, it's not like it's going to just move away. We need that friction. Because when we play on field hockey pitch, it's all water-based pitch. So there's a lot of water on there. So we need that frictionless, smooth movement of the ball.
All right, and then looking at other stuff that you have here, you brought, of course, a shin guard.
Yes.
So the equipment that you wear, are you wearing pads, shoulder pads at all, or is it just all lower body
No,
stuff?
it's only for shin guards. That's compulsory. That's the only thing that you have to wear regardless, no matter what.
Okay.
There's no choice. You cannot say that, oh, I don't wear shin guards. You have to wear shin guards. Gloves, on the other hand, you can use it, you cannot use it. It's all up to you. And other important thing is mouth guard. You should wear mouth guard always.
Yeah. Well, and now difference between field hockey and regular hockey too is it's not a contact sport, right? So walk us through a little bit of the rules. Like you can't knock over or body check or any of
No,
that
never.
stuff.
You cannot. You're not allowed to have physical contact with other athlete, and you're not allowed to hit the other athlete's stick. Direct contact is not allowed. It needs to be clean jab.
Okay.
So that's why we say physical endurance is a must. In field hockey, we compete not only with skills, with the stick work, we compete physically too. Like who is the fastest?
Right.
Who can maneuver and who is more agile? If I'm going this way, I need to do something. I want to maneuver towards right. but I need to be super fast. It's not like I want to go this way, okay, I'm going to stop the ball and then go this way. No, it needs to be fast.
And then if you're looking at a football field, when you're thinking about field hockey, there's a certain zone that you only can shoot in from too, right? There's so many
Yes.
yards out. So like, what is that capacity?
So since we are playing with the stick and the ball is dangerous too. It's hard. Whenever you get hit. I got hit yesterday during the training. You can see that.
Oh,
got a
I
bump.
definitely see a welt on your head.
And so you need to be at least 5 yards away whenever you shoot. And whenever you shoot, you're not allowed to raise the ball until this area. Like if I'm wearing the shin, that's the only zone if I hit me, so that's okay.
Okay.
If it hits me over the shin area, that's a foul. That's dangerous.
Now, when a foul occurs, walk us through. Like, somebody has to sit out? Is there a free shot?
It's a free shot, yes.
And where do you shoot that shot from?
Specific place, wherever that
Where the foul occurred?
foul occurred, yes.
Okay. Yeah, but it's not like a shootout goal in hockey where it's one-on-one with the goaltender, or like everyone's behind you?
No. So we got 4 zones. If we put our field like here, so we have a D line, the first circle, and then you got 18 dotted line, and then you got call it 25 yards line.
Okay.
One is 25-yard line, and then one is 50-yard line, and then is another 25. So you got total 3 lines in there. So anything happens in the first 25 yards, something serious happens, the ref will call it short corner. That's a dangerous call. And anything happens with the D line, for example, if I'm trying to shoot at the goal post and somebody stops it with their hand or their feet, that's a penalty. This is when the athlete goes face to face with the goalie.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then the goalie has to wear protective padding
Yes.
too. So now the mask you brought is not the goaltender's mask.
No,
correct?
that's for the athletes.
Okay, so let's start with this mask. So when will this mask actually be used in a game? And then we'll talk about the goaltender's mask here in a second. So obviously this is not something that they wear the entire game. But
No.
this is something they put on at a certain situation in the
Yeah,
game.
during the short corners.
Okay. And that's a short corner will be when a foul occurs?
Yes, whenever a foul occurs within that D line, if the ball hits your feet or hits the back stick of the backside of the stick,
The stick itself, okay.
or I'm being defense and you're playing against me, I do something offense with you, and the ref sees you, that's the short corner too.
And then for a goaltender's mask, they have protective gear, but I did notice, like they said, you have to wear a throat protector.
Yes, throw protector too.
Is that just one that just kind of drops down, or?
So one drops down. These days they introduce those neck guards too. It's just like a collar,
Okay.
and they just wear them here.
Now,
Both of them.
rules for the game. When is it considered official? Once all time is out, so
Yes.
as long as the team with the most points wins. But what if we go to overtime?
Then they go for extra time.
And then how long is the extra time?
So extra time that is all evaluated about the time as well. Somebody decided for 7.5 minutes. Somebody go for 15 minutes. It all depends.
Okay. But it's not first team that scores. It's
No,
You
first
put-
is half and half. They do quarters,
even in overtime.
even in overtime. So it's situational. It's situation depends on the game. If it's a league game, they will just go for, hey, just whoever wins, that's it. If it's like a finalist, this is when they give opportunity to everybody.
And what if it's still tied after overtime? Is it keep going?
Then it's penalties.
Like penalty shots?
Penalty shots, yes.
Okay. And where do you line up for those at?
So for the penalty shots, each team decides 5 athletes who's gonna shoot out at the goalie. And you got 8 seconds. I think for high school they do 10 seconds. So within that time frame, one athlete starts the ball from the 25 line, and the goalie is at end. The ref whistles, the athlete starts running towards the goal, and the goalie has to defend within that time frame.
Wow. I mean, it's again, it's like hockey, but hence the name field hockey,
Field
but
hockey.
you're on the field. So
Yes.
you put the two together. And again, this is eye-opening, I think, for a lot of people, because you mentioned you played as a kid over in Pakistan. Certain schools have had it, club team, but not everybody has had it. And if I read the article right, they were expecting 37 teams this year across 45 schools. So are there any schools that are kind of joined where you have two schools on one?
No, not yet, but I heard Birmingham started field hockey. There was one more school too. They started field hockey. So hopefully within next few years, field hockey will be everywhere.
And this is just girls field hockey we're talking about. But you and I were talking off the air before we started that hoping a boys field hockey team.
I hope so too. Like, it's entertaining. People should give it a try. I'm honest. Like, I played field hockey, I played soccer, did gymnastics too. I was swimmer too. Like, I was an athlete. I was an athlete for my whole life. I left no sports. The only thing I've never played is football.
Like American football?
Football, yeah.
Okay.
I played rugby though.
Well, I mean, that's...
Yes, I played rugby, to be honest. Yeah, nothing, and just go wild.
All right, well, Coach, looking at your team this year, let's kind of talk about the West Bloomfield team this year because, again, you guys are into the regional tournament now and hoping to find your way into the championship here at the end of October. Finished the regular season 4-7-2. What did you like about your team this year?
We are doing much better than the last year. That's for sure. Numbers are growing, and now athletes are becoming more disciplined. I'm not talking about discipline in a way that they were bad.
Right.
Discipline means athlete needs to be disciplined. That's the first thing they need to achieve, that, hey, I'm a discipline. I have to pay attention to everything coach says, or I have to pay attention to myself. I have to pay attention to my teammates. It's a team sport. It's not about just yourself. It's about your teammates too. And what I have seen now, my team is becoming more disciplined than last year. They're more focused. They're more friendly to each other, and they're showing more interest, and they want to play more. Yeah.
Do you think they're showing more interest and they feel maybe re-energized because it is now a sanctioned sport?
That too, and once you start doing something new, you're not good at it, right? You're like, what is this? And now I'm gonna just leave it alone. Next year and third year, so when you get a hang of it, this is when you're enjoying it. Oh, now I know how things are done.
Right.
So my girls now, they know how to be played, how to look up, how to be more confident, how to pass. That's where the enjoyment comes in. So now that's why I said they are enjoying more.
Well, because you had made a comment, you said originally when you first started there was about 10 girls on your
Yes.
team. You've got 19 on your squad this year. Who do you think has grown the most over the last 3 years? Like who maybe has stood out on your team? It could be unsung hero where they've taken the biggest leap. Hey, I've never touched a field hockey stick before. Now they might be a team captain. Or maybe you have a couple standouts on your team. Give us a couple players that really stand out.
Well, I will start with the junior. She's a freshman. Oh boy, she's good. I would say she's Olympic material. Like, I have seen potential. She's hungry. And she did a first hat-trick ever for the West Bloomfield.
And who is this?
Becca. Her name is Becca. And she's a freshman. She joined this year, and she's the second highest scorer.
Wow.
And on top is Sydney. She's playing. She's junior. Next year she will become senior. She is the highest scorer, and she's great. And one more I would like to mention. Her name is Elena. We call her Laney. She started playing field hockey last year. But the way she plays, it looks like she's been playing forever. She plays in defense, and she's great. She holds up everything. Like, if she was not there, the game that we won, we wouldn't have won them.
What sport do you think would help them as they get ready to play field hockey? Is there another sport that maybe translates in a little bit? I mean, would it be soccer? Would it be regular hockey?
So for soccer, for field hockey, any sport in which you run, you need to do something different. Like for eye, body, hands coordination, especially field hockey, I would prefer ping pong, badminton, even tennis too. Especially ping pong. Because it's a short movement, you constantly move. Second best is badminton. You need good energy for that too, because you constantly move back and forth. And you look up, like your eyes are at the shuttle, and then your hands have to coordinate too.
Right.
And then your feet need to adjust accordingly. So that's what I would recommend. It's easy to do too. You can do it all year long, indoors, even in winters. You can play those sports, or in your basement.
What about pickleball? Would pickleball kind of fall in that line too, where I mean you have the stick in your hand. I mean you're not moving as much, but there's still a lot
Yes,
of movement.
but that is slow.
Okay.
Field hockey requires like constant movement. Like most of the time I will be running this way. If you are playing against me, literally you will be looking at me like I'm looking this way. But like that's it. And I'm gonna pass it this way.
Gotcha.
We need that sharp movement. So ping pong or badminton is the way to go.
All right, well, Coach, one more question before I get you out of here. If someone wanted to join West Bloomfield's field hockey team, or maybe a field hockey team at the other schools that are starting to have them, or maybe they haven't started this year, they're going to have them starting next year, but now that it's a sanctioned sport, how should they go about that? Especially, let's focus more on West Bloomfield. If they wanted to join your team, how should they contact you? Winter tryouts. I know you guys are still in season right now, but heading into next year, what should they do?
They should just join me on the field. That's it. Yeah, I am there almost every day. And if it's off season, they should just communicate with the team captains. Everybody knows. During the summers, I always do free clinic for my high school. So they can just get a hang of it, especially for juniors. So, yeah.
Okay. And then
they can just join me in the field.
the girls you talked about, you mentioned you're the only coach right now on the team. What would it mean if one or all three of those, when they do graduate, if they wanted to come back and coach with you?
You're all welcome. And I tell every senior that, hey, you're always welcome to come back and practice. That's how we grow the sport. Like, I want to make a team too, to be honest. I want to make a club here. I want to grow the sports here. It doesn't matter if somebody plays for West Bloomfield or somebody plays for Bloomfield Hill or somebody plays for Mercy, whatever team it is.
Yep.
I'm a coach. I want to coach. I want to play field hockey. I look at myself as an athlete too. I will be honest with you. Like sometimes I think, am I a coach or am I an athlete? I'm like, you're an athlete. You're still an athlete.
Well, you're a great ambassador for the sport. We appreciate you taking the time to join us here on Sideline Stories. Best of luck to you and your team. And
thank you so much.
We'll be in touch for the rest of the time. Thank you so much.
It was nice seeing you. Thank you.
Once again, that is Zahid Marwat, the head coach of the West Bloomfield Lakers field hockey team. Thank you for joining us again on Sideline Stories.
Thank you. Thank you so much.